And the referee just waiting to blow his whistle. We've actually kicked off 2 minutes early tonight. It's only 7:43. Usually it's the other way around, Brian Laws. We've kicked off 2 minutes early.
Well, you sure your clock's right?
Pretty sure it is. 7:43 it said, and now it's 7:44. Maybe the ref's got to be somewhere tonight.
Well, he might be actually saying let's kick off a little bit earlier for the rain. You never know.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Ball headed forward. Let's hope that extra 90 seconds will make all the difference, as it's out of play for a throw on the far side.
Interesting, you know. I'm looking at the actual game as it is, and every player is in 1/4 of the pitch, where, you know, we've got one of the smallest pitches, and you would think they wanted a little bit of width and a little bit spread the game out, but it's so compact in there.
Ball towards Smith again. He's going to lose out here. Jackson's pass forward. It's a long ball night, I think, as it falls to the number 10, the dangerous Alfie May. Cuts into the box, tries to wriggle away from a couple of tackles, shoots! Oh, great save by Stockdale. Well, he's come back into the team tonight, and within 4 minutes he's had to make a great save to deny Alfie May. That was an excellent effort from the former Doncaster man, well saved.
I'll tell you what, if Wednesday wins tonight, I'll take you on the pitch and I'll throw a few balls in for you.
In this weather, you must be kidding. Got the white trainers on. Ball over towards Alfie May. Alfie May's shot, not a bad hit, and you could see Wade Elliott there he was thinking, oh, that could have easily been on target. That could have been a troubler for Sheffield Wednesday after 9 minutes, Brian.
Yeah, that was a tidy little ball there over the top from Cheltenham in midfield.
Long here on the right-hand side. He opts against it with Michael Smith lurking. Instead he kicks it forward. Over halfway, brought down by Cheltenham. Great touch from Keener. So never so well there. Finds Jackson. Jackson will go on a run on the outside on the right flank. Gets his cross in. Flicked away. Chance. Miss hit by Cheltenham. And then shot towards goal. And another save from Stockdale. Right on his line. Well, it was scruffy in the conditions. It fell to the number 8, Liam Sercombe, on the edge of the box. Not sure if the shot took a deflection or if he just caught it awkwardly.
Well, we were speculating, weren't we, at the start of the commentary as to whether this match had all the hallmarks of maybe a goalless draw or a 4-4. It's 0-0, Brian Laws.
Yeah, well, I think tonight, I think it'll be a surprise if it does get to 0-0.
So Cheltenham have it with Broom, lays the ball along the deck wide to May. May cutting in on James on the edge of the box, bends one, and it's another flying save from Stockdale. Pouncing to his right-hand side, he's punched the ball away one-handed. Now the ball is tussled for at the corner flag on the far side. Wednesday get the decision, it will be a goal kick, and for the third time in the game, David Stockdale, restored to the side today, has earned his stripes.
Well, he already has, hasn't he? And like I said, we're only 20-odd minutes into the game and he's had to pull off 3 great saves.
So it's 0-0 if you've just flicked on the radio here in awful conditions here in the south. The ball is brought under control by Gregory. He let it bubble off his chest. Rio went after him, but then it's won back well by Marvin Johnson, and now careering through the middle of the park, Backinson. A tame attempt to shoot is repelled, but Barry Bannon has it over on the far side. He brings it onto his left boot. It's rolled along the deck to Gregory, who shields the ball in the apex of the penalty area. Gregory's created some space, worked the ball along the edge of the 18-yard box. Johnson goes round his man, possibly a shooting chance here. Well, it was for Gregory, but it's blocked at point-blank range. Out it comes to Volks. Bannon with a little first-time layoff here. Backinson chips it into the penalty area, volleyed away by Sean Long. Only as far as Barry Bannon now, 30 yards out, into the penalty area, trying to play in behind.
That's got to be a handball.
And cries of handball. Michael Smith's hands are out wide, screaming at the match officials. The referee didn't seem to want to know, Brian Laws.
Well, I have to say the ball's come right firm in on the floor, and as Taylor of Cheltenham is gone to the ground, the ball has just come straight up onto his hand.
Ferry will stand over the free kick. Sercombe is there too. Ferry will bend one in, plenty of whip on it, right foot, and it will bounce into the penalty area. The touch is repelled ultimately from the dead ball line after another very smart save from Stockdale. It was Tom Bradbury, the big centre half, who got the final touch towards goal that Stockdale dealt with. Sheffield Wednesday aren't clearing particularly effectively. Maybe now Reece James will, he has, and Michael Smith is racing onto the ball here. He controls it just outside of the left corner of the penalty area. He whips a lovely ball across the front edge of the 18-yard box. Bannon, Palmer on the overlap as the ball is threaded in. And flying forward to make the save, Luke Southwood, the goalkeeper for Cheltenham.
But again, it's Cheltenham calling his shots at the moment.
No score as yet. Here is Smith playing a arcing ball into the middle of the pitch, and Lee Gregory, as he got on the ball, was caught by a lunge from behind. Well, as we enter 3 minutes of added time here at Whaddon Road, Sheffield Wednesday, who've not offered anything much in open play, have the opportunity with the set piece, and it's Bannon who steps up left-footed over the wall, and that can't have been too far wide. The diving Southwood pounced across to his right-hand side, and Wednesday and their skipper Barry Bannon inches away from the most spectacular opener. Now to the corner of the penalty area, and May into the feet of Perry, the substitute. Back to May again, all intricate. Now May goes round James. He can't get the cross, and it comes off Reece James' back. Still Cheltenham, though, are on the attack here underneath the Hazelwood stand. In goes the cross, but as it looped up from Taylor Perry, it looped over all of the outfield players and sat nicely for David Stockdale, who makes the catch and immediately overarm bowls it long to Gregory. Bannon now leads the charge into Smith. The return ball is behind everybody in blue and white. Johnson tries to hack at it, but there are 3 red shirts in the way. Why on earth didn't Michael Smith shoot? We'll come back to that. Here's Volks, who controls it in the wet of the midfield to Bannon, 25 yards out, encroaching on the edge of the penalty area, central position. Back here comes to Marvin Johnson on the left, to Volks, who will bend one and stings the fingertips of the goalkeeper Luke Southwood, who tips it over as Volks' shot from just over 20 yards nestles in the back of the home end. Well, Wednesday from distance, almost deadly.
For the Owls, they need more. And as the conditions improve, will that be an advantage to them? Can they get their key playmakers more involved? As Backinson heads this one on towards Smith. Out of play for a throw-in here.
It just needs that aggression from the Wednesday player to attack it.
3 minutes into the second half. Bannon, hands on hips, stands over this one. A left-footed delivery from the right-hand side. Virtually a corner position this, as the referee blows his whistle. Bannon's crossed to the near post. Oh, it's almost gone straight in. It's scrambled away by Cheltenham. That could have gone anywhere, Brian Laws.
Well, I tell you what, it's not what everybody was expecting. He zipped it in on low and hard, and Gregory tried to flick it.
Bannon's ball in, cleared away by Cheltenham again, collected by Reece James. James runs forward, chips into the box. It's Smith! Oh, what a save by the keeper! Fantastic save from Smith from point blank range. And then the keeper had to get at it again and palm it over the bar. Well, Smith will feel like he should have scored, but it is an excellent save from Luke Southwood.
Well, first and foremost, it was a brilliant ball in by James, who picked it up off the halfway line and drove forward. Southwood in goal not only made the first save, made the second save straight after.
They've just lost their heads here, Cheltenham. The manager and the players all crowding the refs. Cross comes in again towards Smith. He heads this one wide. Well, this is Wednesday's spell. They've needed this. Sort of rubbing his head there. Looks as if he's okay, though, and he's going to immediately be thrust back into the game here with a pass from Stockdale. James will hit long up towards Smith. He's clearly having his shirt pulled there. Amazingly, the Cheltenham assistant manager was appealing for a foul. Goes up towards Smith. Smith, again, you can see the shirt being pulled, but he still finds Hunt. Hunt gets his cross in. It deflects to the edge of the box, and Volks! Worth a hit from that range, because in these conditions that could have bobbled anywhere, but the keeper did well and catches it cleanly. So the corner taken short, right-hand side. It's going to be whipped in from a different angle. It's bouncing around and it's cleared. Well, it was the number 14, Caleb Taylor, at the far post, who looked as if he was going to finish that one off. I think he tried to play it back across goal intentionally or not, and luckily for Wednesday, Brian Laws, they get it away.
The thing that is disturbing is Wednesday they're looking a little bit too direct at times, aren't they? It's very unlike them.
That was particularly sloppy in midfield by Wednesday, giving it away in a dangerous area. Ferry's cross. Iorfa's kicked it straight to a Cheltenham man, and it's gone in. It's Aidan Keener, and Sheffield Wednesday trail It's calamity at the back from Wednesday. They give it away, crossed in, miss-hit, straight to Keena, and he scored for Cheltenham. There's fans on the pitch on the side, and Wednesday have to come from behind. Is it going to be 3 straight defeats? Cheltenham 1, Wednesday 0. A draw against Bolton, where Wednesday were far from their best, followed by a defeat at Barnsley, a defeat at bottom club Forest Green, and now they have about a quarter of the game to come from behind at Cheltenham.
Look, they're going along again. We've got a fantastic opportunity there. James has broke away there, and Johnson's running up away from him, so he knocks it really long and gives the ball away. Why doesn't Johnson, who's made that run forward, drop off, stop running, so he can get the ball into his feet?
Iorfa's header, it's another potential mistake, and it's touched just wide. It's a massive opportunity for Cheltenham.
That was nearly costly again. It could have been 2, that, putting the Cheltenham player through, and they'll be disappointed they haven't got that second goal.
Apart from a flurry early stages of the second half, where you thought Wednesday were back to their better selves, they've gone back into their shell and now trailed Cheltenham by 1-0. Here's Sercombe encroaching on the edge of the penalty area. Now Perry will shoot, and pouncing to his right. Here's May following up, and Cheltenham Town now lead by 2-0. David Stockdale, who was heroic in the first half, couldn't keep hold of the vicious shot from Taylor Perry, and there was Alfie May to scamper in to fire little old Cheltenham into a 2-0 lead on Sheffield Wednesday. Been at Blackpool since then, as James are preparing to take a throw-in over on the far side of the pitch. So if you're just tuning into us, it's not good news. Cheltenham are leading Sheffield Wednesday by 2-0. Alfie May quick to follow up to double the lead, the first half lead provided by Aidan Keena. Here's Bannon then, preparing to take the free kick over on the far side. The little Scotsman, the captain of Sheffield Wednesday, bends the ball in, plenty of whip on it, downward header, and Aidan Flint gets Sheffield Wednesday back in the game. 2-1 down then with 14 minutes of normal time to go, as Aidan Flint scores his first Owls goal at the away end in front of the travelling supporters. It's Cheltenham 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
Well, again, a bit of quality of a ball going in. You've got Flint there, who's as good as anybody in the air.
Set up something here with the corner from the near side, the right, as the travelling Wednesday fans look on. Benton at the near post, Palmer, little ricochet, comes back to Palmer before it's partially cleared, out to Volks, he shoots but it's into the turf and it's headed clear. Only as far as Hunt, who sweeps to the near side, the right. In goes the cross, high into the air. Flint can only head it backwards. Marvin Johnson with a shot into the ground. Gregory tries to dig it out, then will turn and hit it left-footed, but it's always rising from 12 yards, high into the stand behind the goal.
Well, again, Wednesday are getting chances now. They're coming thick and fast, but they're not great chances. They're half chances, but there was one.
So 5 minutes to nick an equaliser here at Wadden Road. It finished 2-2 here last season. Wilkes taking the ball on the stretch, but he's done ever so well actually to retain possession. Now Volks gets involved. It's played through the top of the centre circle. Bannon picks out James to the left. In goes the cross. Wilkes with the header, unmarked.
Chance.
He skies that header.
Oh, chance. That is a great chance.
Wide.
Again, good build up. The ball goes out wide left, and then there's a whipped in ball there from James.
Superb, making saves, flying left and right. Then Cheltenham go over the top, looking for May. Legs pumping, little legs pumping. He didn't have much chance of getting there, and David Stockdale will play the ball out to Liam Palmer. He sweeps it forward. Smith dangles a right leg, creates an opportunity to cross. In it goes! And Sheffield Wednesday have equalised thanks to Lee Gregory sliding in the mud of the back post. He's able to knock home unmarked, and Sheffield Wednesday have scrambled an oh so important equaliser with 3 minutes of normal time to go. It's Cheltenham 2, Owls 2.
Yes, it was a terrible mistake by Bradbury. He's trying to nick the ball from Smith. The ball's gone out wide and it's been clipped up the line. And Smith just got in between him, and he's flicked the ball around the side, continued his run, but drove the ball through the 6-yard box, and there was Gregory sliding in.
Palmer on BBC Radio Sheffield, punting a high diagonal ball forward. Partially cleared into Goodwin. Goodwin evades a dangling leg from Bannon. Now the runner Broom is sprinting away down the far side. He gets there ahead of Reece James. He's cutting past James into the box. Still going Ryan Broom! Oh. And he fires the shot into the roof of the stand. What were they thinking? He had too much time. So Volks, with the clock ticking here at Wadden Road, into Adeniran, who lays the ball in square to Wilkes. Bannon now on his left peg, plays an arcing ball out wide to Marvin Johnson. Marvin Johnson digs it out of his feet, takes on his marker, gets to the dead ball line, up goes the cross! Might come in here, Adeniran! Oh! And he's fired it over from the corner of the 6-yard box.
What a chance. With
the goalkeeper and the defender screaming down at him, he's lifted it over from close range, and he stands with his face in his hands. Palmer now in the centre circle. Punted long back to the edge of the penalty area. The downward header from Raglan. Out to Volks! Oh, and it's screamed away. Did that hit the post?
It hit the post, yes.
That hit the post. And the referee has called full time. Well, it's finished. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Cheltenham 2. The Owls have fought back from 2 goals down here at Wadden Road. They might have won it with Dennis Adeniran 4 yards out, almost at the end, and they might have won it again with Will Volks bending an absolutely beautiful effort that cannoned off the post and goes out of play. Had Wednesday have won this game, they would have gone back to the top of the League One table. So you can't help feel that it's an opportunity lost, but in the circumstances of the game, given the chances that Cheltenham created and/or were saved by David Stockdale, it's a point gained.
This might have been a win on their hands. However, the recovery is as great as a win, because they looked dead and buried. They did it 2-0. They looked a little bit of a wash. They didn't really look like they were going to get back into this game. But it just shows you that if they've got the motivation, they've got the determination, they've got good enough players to get back into games.